Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today and for taking the time to attend today's webinar, Why Has Responsible Tourism Become More Important Than Ever? My name is Ana Kammerer and I work for Emerging Destinations. We are a sales and marketing representation company in US and Canada. Today, I will be your co-host, and in a few more seconds, I will introduce our guest, Leslie Del Carmen Castro, Sales Manager at Jungle Experiences. As you can see right now on your screen, at Emerging Destinations, we have a big, diverse, and adventure portfolio. In Africa, we are proud of representing Kelian Peacock Safaris, the Eleguana Collection, and Sky Safari, all of those doing Kenya and Tanzania. Eco Training in South Africa, Adventure Consults in Uganda and Rwanda, and our newest clients in the portfolio, Sopa Lodges in Kenya and Tanzania, and Anantara Hotels and Resorts in Mozambique and Zambia. As for the Americas region, we have Terra Nova doing Costa Rica, the Guyana Tourism Authority, Las Torres Reserve in Torres del Paine National Park in southern Patagonia, Cruz Andino, the famous lake crossing in northern Patagonia, and Grand Hotel Lax in Argentina and Uruguay. Finally, our polar products include Adventure Canada on the Canadian Arctic, and Iceland Pro Cruises and Iceland Pro Travel doing Iceland and Greenland. In case you have any questions about any of those companies or destinations, or need, for example, digital material or printed brochures, please feel free to reach out to me after the webinar. My email address is ana@emergingdestinations.com. Before starting with the webinar, I would love to give you a few housekeeping items to go over for GoToWebinar. All attendees will be mute, and this webinar is being recorded. We will be sending you the playback by email early next week. We will also upload this recording on our YouTube channel, Emerging Destinations, as well as on our website, emergingdestinations.com. We encourage you sending any questions. You can do that on the GoToWebinar control panel on your right. Leslie and myself, we will be answering them either at the end of the presentation or by email in the upcoming days. So let's start with our webinar. Please help me welcome Ms. Leslie Del Carmen Castro, Sales Manager at Jungle Experiences. Over to you, Leslie.
Thank you, Anna, for your intro. Good morning or good afternoon to our colleagues in the travel industry who are joining us virtually from different parts of the world today. Thank you for your time and interest to learn about the Peruvian Amazon. Let's embark together along this adventure. Are you ready? I start with this concept for us and to release together that tourism has a huge transformative power over regions and cultures. Making this transformation positive and respectful for the territory and its people is our responsibility, and for that reason, in Jungle Experience, we are deeply committed for the protections of the ecosystem and inhabitants. Jungle Experience is part of Grupo Dorado with more than 30 years of experience in the Amazon region. The group of company is strongly concentrated in sectors such as tourism and hotels. We are owner of 3 Amazon River cruises and the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel, the only 5-star hotel that you will find in Iquitos City. At Jungle Experience, we know the Amazon as no one else can, and we are happy to share its wonders with the whole world. In addition to that, when we hire and need new employees, we always try to get people from the region. We are also committed to support associations and groups to ensure that they are taking well care of this area in our country. Our work in the regions has one primary goal, the protection of the Amazon, which is the current ecosystem intact. During this year, for some longer than for others, we have been forced to limit our contact with others, right? And for those of us who love to travel, by giving us a mandatory break on our passion. This period has made us to value more both our integrity as well as that of the habitats in which different species of animals and plants meet. It is almost a priority to learn more about the wonders of the world, especially those are the linked to the nature. When people travel, we have to do it in a responsible way. We are the guests and not the owner of these wonderful places. Traveling in a sustainable way allows us to leave a positive footprint on the planet. For example, a voyage to the heart of the Peruvian Amazon, a unique place where we can live adventures in an authentic and sustainable way. In Jungle Experience, we have tours by building meaningful relationships, directly benefiting the people or local communities and places we visit. When you travel with us, you experience firsthand our commitment to making travels a force for good and is everything that we can do, because our home becomes your home. Peru is fortunate to have the Amazon among its territories, a totally open space that it is also known as the lung of the world, a unique place that breathes life through its exceptional flora and fauna. The Peruvian Amazon is one of the safest destinations that can be visited today. It is in this part of the world where we can do small actions, and we will help reduce the carbon footprint, and we will all contribute to the sustainable tourism. For example, in our excursions, the guides will teach the travelers to enjoy the landscape, the flora and fauna, without interfering as far as possible in their activities, reducing our presence of the natural habitat. Likewise, our skiff use silencers, reducing noise and pollution. To reduce the amount of waste generated during the trip, for example, we limit the use of plastic bottles. On board any of our cruises, we deliver reusable bottles for each traveler. And we also use ecological cleaning products, which do no negative impact to the ecosystems. A brand as Ecolab ensures a product quality, operational efficiency, safety, sustainability, and guest satisfaction. Part of this experience introduced us in a local culture, for example, the aquatic cosmology, where the boa is considered the mother of the lake. It lives in the subterranean area of the water, an anaconda that takes care of the lake environment, waters, sun, mud, plants, and fish. A big endowment with this own intentionality that determines the state of the lake. Respect for the others in nature is more important than the self, and everything they have is shared with others. In the development of our itineraries, each passenger contributes to the local community and economy. Local trips make objects that are unique in the world. By acquiring some of these, you collaborated with their economy support. This has resulted in working closely with local communities, providing them with resources to improve their quality of life and taking share with them how to protect their environment. We help to protect the Amazon rainforest. Over the years, we have contributed to the strengthening of sustainable tourism in the Peruvian jungle. We are 100% committed for the futures of our lands and inhabitants. Currently, we are active collaborators of the Amazon Forever organizations, in charge of the preservation of flora and fauna, as well as the education of young generations. For each cell of our program, a person will be contributing to this association. We are offered many different itineraries. The Zafiro luxury cruise has 3 itineraries available: 8 days, 5 days, and 4 days. The La Perla Adventure cruise has 2 itineraries available: 7 days, and 4 days. And the Amatista cruise has one itinerary available, 4 days. In our itineraries, passengers will be visiting the Pacaya Samiria National Reserve and will explore and discover its exotic wildlife, the enormous Amazon River with all its tributaries. Passengers will learn that this river contains 20% of the world's flowing fresh water. One of the essential figures of the Amazonian culture of Peru are the shamans, men and women who live by and for their communities. People of the link between humans beings experience and nature. The role of the shaman is essential for their community. It is they who protect and guide the people who inhabit their village. More than 1,500 species of birds inhabit the Peruvian Amazon. Bird watching is important because it provides an intimate connection between people and their natural environment. Our passengers are invited to swimming in the river, to do canoe rides. In the same way, when we're rowing in canoe, the traveler can enjoy this magic place, listening to the wonderful sounds of the river and the infinity of living beings inhabiting the place. All activities are included in the price, and also they are not mandatory. We encourage our passengers to try the adventure exercise. During these days, our passengers will participate in a tree planting ceremony. The travelers will feel that he or she is leaving a grain of sand on this trip by collaborating with the preservation of the Amazon nature. When sailing with Jungle Experience, you or your clients can choose between 3 different cruises. Our Zafiro Experience, a luxury Amazon River cruise designed with elegance and modernity, with 19 suites and capacity for 40 passengers. Zafiro have suites with panoramic windows to enjoy the landscape of the Peruvian Amazon, connecting rooms which are perfect for families or multi-generation trips. The most luxury suites in the Amazon, the Zafiro Suites, is located on second deck and covers all the bows of the ship. It has 100-degree panoramic window to admire the Pacaya Samiria National Reserve. In Jungle Experience, we have the La Perla Experience, a fascinating adventure to discover and live once in a lifetime. A total of 14 cabins, capacity for 30 passengers. La Perla offers exterior windows to enjoy the light from the Amazon view. Each cabin has air conditioning and, of course, private room with shower and hot waters. La Perla Cruise is the only ship sailing the Peruvian Amazon that offers an outdoor hammock area. The Amatista Experience, an authentic expedition through the Peruvian Amazon. Amatista have 14 cabins, just for 30 passengers. All cabins have exterior windows and private room. Amatista can offer also social areas like a lounge and an outdoor bar, reading rooms, dining rooms, and an observation deck. A dose of gratitude to nature in this part of the world is part of our itineraries. Regarding the new protocols, our team is training to prevent the spread of diseases on board, cleaning and sanitation in high traffic areas. Antibacterial gel dispenser will be implemented in each deck and outside the dining room. cabins will be cleaned and disinfected 3 times a day. Luggage will also be cleaned using ozono gas. The paramedic will have supplies to treat a variety of illnesses. Each passenger will get a complimentary mask. Moreover, we also request support from our clients, washing their hands frequently, covering their nose and mouth with a handkerchief, and forehead when sneezing. The Safari package for 2021 and 2022 is included right now and transferred to and from the airport, 2 nights in a city hotel, 1 private city tour, 1 dinner or lunch in Lima, the capital city of Peru. And in La Perla Experience package has a discount of $500 per person. Kids to 11 years old for free and $25 on board credit. Remember that for each booking, we will donate from $25 to $15 to the ONG Amazon Forever. Fall in love with the Amazon and get to know the world of jungle experience. Remember, the Peruvian Amazon awaits. Don't forget to drink now and travel later. Thank you very much for listening, and I am now ready for your answers and your questions.
Thank you so much, Leslie, for your presentation. Well, I hope this webinar brought something new for all of our colleagues in the travel industry that join us today. Now I'm going to answer a few questions that some of you have been typing on the control panel. Leslie, the first question that I have for you is what about the borders in Peru? Are they already open? Are they accepting visitors from all over the world or just for neighbor countries? What about Canada and the Americans? Can they travel to Peru right now?
Yes, Anna, they can travel right now to Peru. Yeah, we are welcome with the Americans and Canadian people. Yes.
Okay, and do you remember which are the not sure, are you requesting a negative PCR test when entering?
PCR test is mandatory and also an insurance. Yes, and
Okay.
seguro. Yeah, that's the both regular right now required that we have. No.
Okay, great.
Yes.
And what about jungle experiences? Are you already operating?
We will have our first departure on this new year for 30 December. It's going to be our first departure after March with La Perla for celebrating the new year. Our next fixed departure will be on 31st March in La Perla and also with Zafiro. And for passengers or for people that are looking charters, we have our 3 ships available, our 3 Amazon River cruise available in January, February, and March, just only for charters. Excellent prices too.
Okay, so for this New Year's Eve, you are sailing only with La Perla, not with Zafira.
Yes, just La Perla, Anna, for this new year right now. Yeah.
Perfect. And do you still have availability if someone is interested in spending New Year's Eve with you?
Yes, we have availability in La Perla and also in Amatista for these fixed departures. In Zafiro, I have only for charters. If some families or somebody want to charter Zafiro, I can move Zafiro. We can sail with Zafiro, but only for charters in this 30 December. But fixed departure, I have availability in La Perla and Amatista.
Okay, and which is the minimum required for charter or buyout Zafiro? I know that you have 19 suites and capacity for up to 40 passengers. Is there any minimum required to charter the Zafiro luxury cruise?
No, there is not a minimum. From 1 passenger, when it's a charter, we can move the ship from one passenger. Yes, it's a charter just for them.
Okay, great. I have another question for you. Do you have any promotion going on? Well, you show us on the presentation that you have two promos going on, one for Zafiro and one for La Perla. Is that correct?
Is that correct? I have Zafiro for next year. We included 2 nights at Lima in a 5 hotel. We have included also a city tour, a private city tour in Lima, and a gastronomy experience in one restaurant. You know, I really want to leave to passengers to choose because some of them have a special restaurant that they want to go. And we are included this gastronomic experience also in Lima. It's a really complete package for passengers that want to come to Peru, to have Zafiro in the Amazon, and to get also Lima with us.
Great.
That's for Zafiro. And La Perla, we are doing kids for free to 11 years, and also a discount of $500 in an itinerary of 7 days, 6 nights. And in an itinerary of 4 days, 3 nights, we are doing a discount of $350 per person.
Okay. Okay, great. So I have a few questions regarding the activities that you offer on board.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you have changed anything in response to the pandemic. So the questions are you limiting the number of people coming on board the ship as well as for the activities?
The activities, we are going to have a change. We don't go anymore to the communities. We just gonna have the opportunity to say hi from our ships to them, because they are going to go out of the village, and to say also hello, and maybe to share a little with them, you know, but we cannot to go down and to visit the village. That's something that is changes. Is the only thing that have changed for new protocols in Peru and for the Amazonian too. Regarding the quantity of people that we're gonna have on board, you know, the measure of the ships are really bigger compared with the people that we have on board. The government in Peru give us the order to say that we can continue with the same quantity of passengers that we receive normally on board. The Zafiro gonna continue with 40 passengers, and La Perla with 30 passengers, and Amatista too.
Okay, great. I have another question, and it's a doubt about the negative COVID test. So you are not requiring a new COVID test on board with Jungle Experiences. They only need to get that when doing the customs and entering Peru.
When they come in Peru, yes.
In Peru. So
Yeah.
they don't need to present another test. Let's say that they are doing maybe 5 days in Lima and then they are going to sail the Amazon. They don't need to do a second test.
No, they don't do a second test, but you know, when they arrive at Iquitos, we do a medical protocol. You know, we take temperatures, and we have a doctor that has a little, you know, examine the passengers to see if it is possible to come on board. But we don't have it's not necessary or mandatory to have a new PCR.
Okay, great. And a great question that we didn't even mention when presenting your lovely cruises. How do you get from Lima to Iquitos, where the ships live? Can you remind us how easy is to connect those
It's
cities?
really easy. You know, there are too many flights from Lima to Iquitos. It's a flight just from 1 hour, 45 minutes. And we are in charge of your passenger as soon they arrive at Iquitos airport. Because, you know, we have two main ports. It's one located at Iquitos city and the other one at Nauta. Nauta is far away from Iquitos, 2 hours, and we need to do a transfer from Iquitos to Nauta, but everything is included in our package. We are in charge of these things for passengers.
Okay, so no matter if the itinerary is leaving from Iquitos or from Nauta, you always pick the clients and transfer them either to either port.
Yeah.
It is included in the packages.
It's included in the prices of package. We have recommended flights, that's true. And just for departures time, because Zafiro have a departure time from Eden ports at 5 p.m. The passenger has to be in Iquitos before 5 p.m., right? Almost, at least we say around 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. And La Perla have a departure at midday, at noon. People has to be before noon at Iquitos City.
Okay, and not sure if this is still available. I remember when I was there 2 years ago, I combined my Amazon cruise with you with Machu Picchu. So I remember that I flew, from Argentina to Lima, then I went from Lima to Machu Picchu, and then instead of coming back to Lima and then taking another flight to Iquitos, I took a flight from Cusco to Iquitos. Is this still available, or is suspended because of the pandemic?
There is not anymore in the frequently as before. Right now, it's only on Wednesday. The flight from Iquitos to Cusco, or even Cusco from Iquitos, is on Wednesday. Yeah.
Well, but once a week you have that option, which is great.
Yes, and I think that is gonna be better. We are going to have more dates in this road, in this way, from Iquitos Cusco, Cusco Iquitos. And it's the same time. It's just 2 hours from Cusco to Iquitos.
Great. I have another question regarding solo travelers. Do you have any promotion or special for solo travelers?
Yeah, you can have, a discount, a special discount. And also, depend of availability, we do upgrades for passengers. We have a discount of 20% of the normal price in a single supplement. We don't do the single supplement, no. Just and depend of availability, we can do an upgrade on board for solo travelers.
Okay, I think this is published on your website, but all the same for Gunter that is asking, typing on the control panel, we will be included all the current promotion and specials for families, honeymooners, solo travelers, etc. We will include all that in the follow-up email that we will be sending next week with the playback. So in case you are not visiting right now the website, stay tuned and we will include all the promos available on the follow-up email. I have another question for you regarding the food and beverage service that you are planning to offer in La Perla. I remember that MV Zafiro is a la carte, but MV La Perla had some buffet services. Are you still keeping the buffet service, or are you changing for a la carte?
We change a la carte. Also Zafiro and La Perla, because Zafiro was with buffet in the breakfast, and right now it's going to be a la carte. Yeah, that's the new protocols, and we have to follow that. Yeah. But it's going to be the same quality. Yeah, the same thing for La Perla, and the same quality, the same quantity of variety also for passengers, the local fruits and the vegetables, the for meats that we have, chicken, fish, vegetarians, and meats. We will continue to have all these kind of products in our cards now. maybe we are going to ask before the people embark, and for that travel agents gonna help us to know better your clients. Like this we can be more prepared and ready for receive the passengers on board. But right now it's gonna be all a la carte.
Okay, okay. Well, as usual, we will ask them in advance if they have any special dietary or restriction, just to make sure that they have the meal that they can and love.
Yeah, it's how we say, it's a really, we have to work together, right? Travel agents with us, with the bookings departments, and to know every detail that it is necessary for have happy passengers in the Amazon with us. Yeah, it's really mandatory, we say, at this time.
Yeah. So I think I have the last question for you, Leslie. And are shots or vaccines required when visiting the Amazon?
Back shots.
I remember that when I was there, I took the yellow fever vaccine
Okay.
just
It
in
is not,
case, but
yeah.
there's a malaria-free area, so
Yeah, it's a malaria-free area. It is not mandatory to have the yellow fever vaccinations.
it is
Yeah,
recommended but not
it is
mandatory.
recommended, but it's not mandatory. And we are a malaria-free park in the world, the Pacaya Samiria National Reserve.
Great. Great. So, okay, well, we don't have more questions on the control panel. As I mentioned before in the introduction, we will be sending a follow-up email with all the Q&A, the promotions, and the playback early next week. And we will be also uploading this playback on our website, emergingdestinations.com, as well as on our YouTube channel, Emerging Destinations. So this is all for today's webinar. Thank you so much, Leslie, for being
Thank
here
you,
for your
Anna.
presentation.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for your time. And everybody are welcome on board here in the Amazon in Peru.
Yeah, it is a great trip. I did it 2 years ago, and I wish I were there again.
Yeah,
So
we
thank you.
really wait to have on 30 December, our passengers on board, and to have all our crew members to come in to enjoy with. It's something special after these months.
Yes.
Complicated.
Definitely it is. So thank you so much once again, Leslie. Thank
Thank you,
you
Serena.
to all our travel industry friends that join us for today's webinar. In case we can help or assist you in any way, please do not hesitate to contact
Contact us.
either Leslie at
Anna.
leslie@jungleexperiences.com or myself at anna@emergingdestinations.com. Don't worry, we will include our email addresses and phone numbers on the follow-up email as well. So I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. But also, I would love to receive you or your clients on board next year with Jungle Experiences. And this is all for today. Merry Christmas, and we all deserve a very happy new year. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.